I'm here at the Pottery Show, and I'm speaking to Bill Clark. Now, Bill Clark is a potter or an artist, or what do you call yourself?
I'm an art potter.
You're an art potter, and you have taken cues from George Orr, is that right?
I studied George Orr's work for about 8 years. Actually, it was David Rago who introduced me to the work of George Orr at the Grove Park Inn Show every year over on the East Coast in Asheville.
The Grove Park Inn Show, is that a show about Art Deco, or what would you say the predominating style that show is?
It's arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts, okay. So at the annual Arts and Crafts Show, and who's the producer of that show?
Bruce Johnson.
Bruce Johnson Show. David Rago introduced you to
the world
of. How did he do that?
Well, he actually brought work there.
So he had some of his work there at that show.
Exactly.
And so you saw it and you said, "My God, was this guy on LSD or some mind?"
No. What I did was I was able to touch the pieces, and I was intrigued by the mechanics of the work.
You were able to do what with the pieces?
I was able to touch the pieces.
Okay, so you touched the pieces,
and I was absolutely blown away with the mechanical aspect. And I decided.
What do you mean by the mechanical aspect?
This is in order to make this is very mechanical.
What do you say it's mechanical?
Because it's structural. Everything within this has to stand up if you're going to make a very, very light piece. In order to do all this ruffling and to be able to get this to work, it's all about structure.
So do you have a background in engineering or architecture or something
like that? Actually, I'm a design engineer.
So you're a design engineer?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why you pay particular attention to that.
But I went to art school. I went to Newcomb and studied ceramics.
You went to Newcomb?
Yes.
Well, I guess that's what all led to this.
Yes.
And so you made this piece right here?
Yes.
And how much do you want for that piece?
I think that's $175.
And when did you make this?
Within the last 30 days.
Within the last 30 days. And have you, when I think of George Orr's style, this is, kind of the direction where it's all crumpled and folded and all that kind of stuff. Have you done a piece of his that would be a really extreme example of that? Have you taken George Orr?
I have never, ever copied a piece of George Orr.
Yes, ever. But have you taken something in that style and done something really extreme with it? So we would look at it and we would say that's Orr, but that's Orr on steroids or something.
Well, this is a triple fold. 1, 2, 3. George never did that. And I actually have a piece that I've actually done 5 folds in. George never did that. Okay? So I'm constantly challenging myself. These are people uplifting bases. This one here actually happens to have the fold in it, but he never did this. These are uplifting people. These are male shapes, and then these are the female shapes. These are all uplifting with a ruffle at the top. So I'm incorporating some of the ruffle and the fold within my own designs at all times.
So when you showed your work to David Rago for the first time, what was his reaction?
He actually has some of it. Actually, what he collects the miniatures. That's what
So
he likes.
Part of his reaction is he bought your stuff.
Well, actually, it was a gift.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Fantastic.